Oh my god, you guys. Summer Splendid Games thing. Yeah. Oh. We actually got some new items that look pretty dang dope. I mean, this looks disgusting, but I'll still take it. Oh, there's quite a few things. Okay. Crab bow. That's fun. Three-star dungeons. Okay, cool. Hey, big boss. Hey, Mystic. Yeah, sorry it was a few days since a Trove video, but honestly, there wasn't really much else to cover aside from obviously, you know, there's still the test server junk, but kind of already saw everything out of it. Where are my bombs? And of course the boss radar mod turned off. Cool. Love that it always turns off. Hey, Mystery. Any updates for C5 on console? No idea, dude. They're not gonna give any updates, not until it just suddenly drops. Like, unfortunately. Here, I'm gonna relog because I need the boss radar to work. Also, yeah, just heads up, of course, we're multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Twitch still has Twitch drops, I think, until like 17th or something, they said. It's funny because they like had a post that like teased the new update and of course this event, but still no news on the console updates and stuff. Kind of annoying. There's a part of the quest that's 25 3-stars. Oh dear lord, of course. Funny. Guess at least it's easy. What am I doing? Why aren't I just rushing the boss? Let me in, please. Thank you. Yeah, you'll have to pardon me if my energy's a bit low. I wasn't feeling too well today. Otherwise, like, I was gonna stream, like, pretty much when I woke up. But for some reason, I had a stomach thing, so... Oh, that's right. Shadow Tower bosses still count as 3 stars. Yeah, I guess we could do that. That's true. I'm Neo Ninja. Only got crystal gear on my slots, all tier 1. All stellar gems right now, which I focus on. I'm only 12k PR. Dragons can give you a big boost, especially the primordial dragons. Higher crystal gear, obviously. Mastery will give you a bit, but it takes a while to get to that point where you actually even need the mastery. I'm just going in here, I don't care. Same event as last year? Probably. I think some of the event stuff is swapped around and there is some new stuff. But I mean, do the events ever change? Thank you, game. Hey, Lukey. Yeah, I'm doing good. Outside of, I mean, today I'm just a little under the weather, But otherwise, I'm good. Why is it doing this again? But I didn't open this. Oh, because it tried to open it as an ultimate one. That didn't actually count as a 3-star, though. Oh, never mind, it did. It just took a moment for some weird reason. Strange. When's the new update coming out? No idea. Tried everything to get YouTube to notify me when you go live, and it won't. Followed you on Twitch, and it tells me when you are live. Yes, I know. Like, apparently what everyone says is, like, what you can do to kind of fix it is unsubscribe from the channel and then resubscribe and then click the bell and then go into the bell settings and tell it, notify me of everything. But that's a lot of unnecessary steps. To what should just be a very simple solution. Okay, apparently Wayfinder Echoes is live. Yes, I know whereas. I just don't care. Spooky's been playing it a lot. But for me, I don't know. Jump 6 times. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, yeah, there's the defeat 25. All right. Well, we'll just go into the club and just open a portal. Yeah, the Wayfinder Echoes update, like, it seems okay, but it fundamentally doesn't change anything with the game, which is why I'm not really interested. Like, it changes a lot of mechanics for the better, don't get me wrong, but just the fact that the basic, like, game hasn't evolved, if that makes sense. Also, no, I'm not in D&D at all. You already whispered me, Mystery. I got sick randomly yesterday. Yeah, even my buddy ended up actually catching something. Also, hey, Chicken Square. Looking forward to Black Myth Wukong. No, that game's gonna be a hard pass for me. It's gonna be another one of those games that's just gonna come and go, I think. Like, I know there's a lot of hype around it, but if I'm being perfectly honest, I've seen stuff like that time and time again where the game looks really fancy because it's in Unreal Engine, but I'm sitting here and I'm analyzing the gameplay and it looks boring as hell. I'm sorry to say. I might be pleasantly surprised. Maybe it'll be really good, but I'm not interested in it. We already got the Elden Ring DLC, which I know 100% is going to be better, so I really don't care. Like, to me, as much as I love Souls-like games, I'm very, very picky with what I like and dislike about them, because FromSoft, in my opinion, still makes the best Souls-like games, which I find funny because everyone's copying them, but they never put enough of a spin on it to make it their own thing. It's kind of like Mario being like, you know, the best platforming games, and then other companies attempt to make platforming games that just aren't as good. But usually those are a little more open-ended. With a Souls-like, it's like, let's make the game difficult. I'm not trying to dump on your parade and say like, oh, you shouldn't get Black Myth Wukong. It's just, for me, I'm probably gonna skip it. Because, bro, we got that Elden Ring DLC coming out like next week already. Really excited for that. How do I get C4? You don't? No, you kind of got to get out of the gear crafting now, don't you? I mean, you can still get it as a drop, but good luck. It's always kind of been rare. Yeah, I still got to kill Moog before the DLC drop, I know. I've been putting it off because I don't want to get stuck behind him on the day of. And he's going to be a pretty good warm-up for me because he's always a tough boss. And I'm pretty rusty. But my build's pretty OP, so I should be able to force my way through. Oh. And to get C4 in U10. Is it U11 exclusive? You might be right. It might be in U10. I'm sorry, I don't really remember right now. I don't know why. My brain is just mush. The gear crafting is a lot easier if you have, because you gotta have the gear crafting maxed out, which is time consuming. It's not difficult. And then if you have at least 20 KPR, you can start getting them out of the boxes. So I'd still recommend you get higher PR than 20K, but I'm just saying. I have an interest in Wukong, plus I'm a major Souls. Oh, okay, yeah, see, that's the thing. If you like the character and the story behind all of like the Wukong stuff, exactly, I could totally see you being hyped for that. Yeah, I've dabbled in that story. It's not my favorite mythological, like whatever you would call it. It's kind of the main reason, like I'm just objectively looking at it as a Souls-like. I mean, I'm not saying I won't try it, but it depends if there's nothing else going on at the time. I'm kind of expecting similar to like Neong or Neo or something like that, I mean. But we'll see. I might be completely wrong and it might be a banger. I'm on console just trying to farm C3 in U10 for days. Can't get anything above C2. Yeah, depends on your magic find. I mean, magic find technically doesn't affect crystal gear drops, but I haven't played Elden Ring in a long time. Might start a new game just to enjoy the game. So my plan, whereas, I don't know if you want to take part. My plan is to go into the Elden Ring DLC on my big boy character, which kind of sucks because it means I won't be able to play with you guys because I'm in like Journey +7 or some crap. But once I end up like completely maxing out the DLC, I'm going to start a new character with that MMO mod. And then hopefully like we'll be able to all like just steamroll through the game together. As far as I remember, you can only get C4 as a drop from 5-star dungeon chests. Oh, right. Yep. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Are the 2 token items just styles? If so, why can we buy 5 of them? Because I assume they're tradable, and so players want them, like mastery farmers want them long after the event is gone. Personally, Jesus, really? You like Neo 2 the best? I mean, all the power to you, man. I hated Neo. I don't like its rigid design. Like for me, the thing that I like so much about Elden Ring, like people dog on Elden Ring saying, oh, it's too easy. When it's like, no, it's not easy. It just gives you a lot more options. But I mean, hey, yeah, if you like Neo, I think the Wukong is going to be a similar type of game. Like that kind of Souls-like. So that makes sense. Like you'll probably like it. Liza P also didn't click with me because it's very parry heavy. But I like the weapon mechanic. Like that was pretty dang cool. Where'd you find the loading screen mod? I love it so much. It's an older one. I don't remember. It's probably just like loading screen mod. That's probably all it's called. I don't know. The chest in the Shadow Tower drops token. Oh, like it drops the event tokens. RIP. I guess I should be opening those. Yeah, same as the dungeon boxes. Okay. God, I'm gonna have to get used to this new HUD. Or I'll just uninstall it. Yeah, there we go. Valorous coin or whatever. See, why am I sick? What is this? Yeah, I don't, side note, I don't know what I'm gonna end up doing like for content today. I kind of been really preoccupied with, playing games at a Steam Next Fest because those demos are only around for a limited time. So I've just been like recording for the next, random games video. Whoops. But then on top of that, just not feeling well. Kind of was just like, oh. So I'll probably just do this and then, I don't know. I might skip like the actual upload today because YouTube, for whatever reason, like probably because I stream in 2K, it takes way too long for these streams to process, which is why I don't usually make them public the same day because it takes that long. I thought about the other day how I should probably have just like streamed playing Next Fest games, because there's a lot of bangers, dude. One that I would recommend in particular, Lost Castle 2. They got a demo. It does have multiplayer. And if you ever saw my video on Rotwood, Lost Castle 2 is pretty much just what I wanted from Rotwood. Like, it's really good. I had a lot of fun with it. Have you tried that Meat Absolute Zero? No, I haven't yet. I saw it. I understood immediately why you liked it, whereas... Hey, Raze. Yeah, nothing new, honestly, just the new event. We're back in Shadow Towers? Oh my god. Stop doing your defensive, like, brawl, bro. Thank you. Yeah, whereas I saw Carrot Man making a return. Yeah, I wonder, I never tried with the seamless co-op mod, like, doing quests. I wonder if we can get to Moog, like, super easy and just fight him, like, at level 1. If there's enough of us, we'll stagger the hell out of him. Actually, you know what? It might be an opportunity to use, there's another Elden Ring mod. Sorry to say, I don't know what it's called. I think it's like Reforged or some stupid generic title. Basically, it gives you like difficulty options and it lets you like fully customize the game. So you can like crank it up if you have a lot of people, versus if there's a few less of you, you can lower it. But it had a lot of like really nice mechanics that I think they should just have in Elden Ring. Like they made it so that your flasks don't heal you as much, but to compensate for that, they'll actually heal everybody who's nearby. So it comes in really clutch when you actually like try to heal each other. Yep, there was a raid mod in that one. That's the one, same one. Where do you think stands the Rev in the overall tier list? Check my tier list video because I don't remember. It depends on what the tier list is about, right? Did that mod come with new bosses? I don't think so. I think it was just a rebalance mod. Like it nerfed the hell out of magic, which controversial opinion, but I think that's appropriate. Magic is way too busted in Elden Ring. I know that I could reset the boss. I know. But then I don't get the loot out of the chest, right? And we need those tokens. Yeah, what's God, there was a new Souls-like that they announced at Summer Games Fest. That was like I don't know, it was like a Spanish like themed Souls-like. I don't know, it looked kind of okay. Oh, do the reset boss on the next part of the quest. Wait, there's another part to this quest? Oh, Lord. Comment is you're on Moog. Dude, there's a content creator I watch, and when he did his review on Elden Ring, he made a really funny, I thought it was a funny joke where like he was saying how, you know, for a lot of people what's appealing about a Souls-like is mastering the combat and learning all the different like move sets of each of the bosses and stuff. And then, you know, you got some bosses you'll struggle with, you got some bosses that'll be your favorites. And then he was saying, I'm confident if you ask any mage class or magic character, they're just going to say, I don't know any of the boss moves because I just stand in the corner and spam Comet Azure. What is this? Topple your enemy and rise above the struggle. Kill enemies? Is that what they're saying? Because I can do that at Pinata super easy. No, legit, man. I remember like when Elden Ring was out and everyone that was saying like whenever I was streaming it and struggling, people would be like, oh man, this game's so easy. And I'd just be like, you're an intelligence build, aren't you? You're using magic. And they're like, yeah. And it's like, uh-huh. Hello? Summon your minions, you idiot. Is it just killing minions? No. What is this quest? Share the love. What does that mean? What? What does this quest mean, guys? Someone translate it? Oh, it's 3-star bosses. I see. Or is it just bosses in general? Right? Surely. Hold on. Is it just elites? There's no way that's three stars only. Jesus. No. Just no. Yeah, it's elites. Okay. Still, that's crazy. That's a lot. What? Unless, did the pinatas just not count? Yeah, random enemies count. So they changed it. The coding has changed and it doesn't work on pinatas anymore. Dang. That used to be like the cheaty way of getting through these quests. Oh well. You can get some boxes out of it. Console marketplace is broken. I know. PC, it's broken too. I may have fist build, beat the game in New Game Plus with One Punch Man build. Oh, nice. Yeah. Dude, if you like fist fighting, get ready for that DLC. The martial arts weapons. Ah, they look so good. There's a buddy of mine that's like obsessed with fist fighters in games. Kind of the same as me being obsessed with samurai stuff and katanas in games. And it's funny because I told him about this like months ago, but he more recently, I guess, watched like a trailer that was like spoiling stuff for the Elden Ring DLC that, you know, I don't watch any of that anymore because the game's already coming out. I'm already sold on it. I don't want to see anything. And then he comes on, he's like, bro, there's a fist weapon. And I'm like, yeah? I just wish that the game had crossplay, bro. Geode 5-star bug went from 1 to 70 in 1 5-star somehow. Oh. Hold up. Because each of the enemies counts as an elite? I'll try that. That would be weird. Hey, Ben. How do you still manage to play this game? Because I'm a freak. It just so happens to be like one of my favorite games. Also, like, I'm just not allowed to stop playing it. Get out of here. All right, let's see if we can find one. Is it worth coming back? Depends when you quit. I'd say you might want to wait until the new update hits because it's adding like the new end game area, which is basically just the same old crap. Let's be real. Oh yeah, there is something glitched. Look at that. We suddenly just spiked up, right? I wasn't paying attention, but surely I didn't kill 37 enemies already. Unless I did. I really wasn't paying attention. Let's see. Because these all count. Yeah, kill 30 enemies counts in the geode surface. Okay, that's why. Pinata doesn't, but these ones do? Alright. I wonder if I could leave and come back and it would still count as well. Usually that's not the case. But there you go. Easy peasy. Yeah, because every single enemy counts here. That's it? Okay. Well, that was easy. See if I can find some of this ore. Okay. Game crashed. Cool. Hey, Spooky. Hey, Ben. I'm not gonna switch to Dino Tamer, sorry. DLC is rumored to be 70 hours for one playthrough. Nah, that's never mind any of that crap. People are always going to end up like changing all the hours and stuff because the thing is like the gameplay is basically like subjective, right? Like what I've noticed is you can take pretty much any game on how long to beat, and I've noticed that whatever it says the average time is to beat a game, minus 25%, and that's how long it usually takes me because I beat games typically faster. But my point being is, especially with the Elden DLC, it's like, you know, some people are just going to end up rushing through it. But that's, you know, that's not really why you play the game. That's like for speedrunners. Like for Elden, for me, what I like about it so much that I don't think gets enough credit is the fact that almost every single weapon has some type of viability. Like everything in that game is like created to have value. Which is something that a lot of other games just don't have. And that's kind of what I don't like about most other Souls-likes, is usually you'll get like items that are very clearly just throwaway. But with Elden Ring, it's like the true end game was when I started to actually get strong enough to use all the weapons and I started to experiment and find like my own builds and stuff. Because I don't care about content creators or anyone else's opinion on, oh, this is the most OP build and stuff like that, because that takes the fun out of it. I like experimenting and figuring it out for myself. It's so much more rewarding. And then I get my busted ass shield build that nobody else talks about. I don't know Marvel Heroes Omega. If you're talking about that new Overwatch Marvel game, that one kind of looks cool, honestly. Yeah, I think it's safe to say Elden Ring DLC is probably going to be my game of the year. I don't care if it's DLC. There's more content in that than most games. That said, I think it's going to be a close second with Assassin's Creed Shadows. I don't know if you guys saw the gameplay the other day. Like, oh, it looks so good. Are you a River of Blood user? No, God, no. I don't want to make the game easy. River of Blood is a joke. I mean, it's super powerful. Like, I get it. But I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the River of Blood. I liked using Moonveil and the Meteor Katana for my first playthrough. And then I think my second playthrough I did dual whips. And that was actually a lot of fun. Because the status buildup was really good. Also, we're done with the event, but we're just going to keep playing just because... I guess we could hop on the test server, but I don't want to right now. That'd be boring to me. You seen the new game V Rising? Well, it's not new, Josh. I did see it back when it came to early access. It's not my thing, but it looks really cool. And I think it's awesome that they have that Castlevania collab. Why is the update promoted for Xbox? Wait, what? But not on Xbox. I'm assuming that's a typo. I understand that River of Blood was my first playthrough. Well, here's the thing though, nerds. Were you a day one on Elden Ring? Because if you were day one on Elden Ring, River of Blood was garbage. In which case, good job, man. You got through the game in hard mode. Because Arcane didn't scale well. Like there was a line of code that was missing, so it didn't scale properly at the early game. Which is kind of why I underestimate a lot of the Arcane weapons. I still find it funny how they haven't really nerfed River of Blood, but they nerfed my beloved Moonveil. Oh, I guess I should be doing... yeah, I should be doing this stupid Shadow Tower to farm more of this stupid currency. Right. Also been saying, am I done with VR games? No, there's just no good VR games. VR games kind of stopped. And any of the new ones that are coming, like I've tried them here and there, but they're not really that good. Where? Oh. Honestly, Spooky, you'd probably just be better off doing the Shadow Tower yourself anyway. It's just faster to do it solo because we're just killing Spikewalker over and over. Oh, hey, Kev. Been a while, man. How you been? I was day one, but it still felt like easy mode. Well, I mean... you must have had a pretty big, or pretty cracked build then. Well, no, to be fair, that's the thing, right? Like, River of Blood was always already powerful, and then you found... and then they fixed Arcane, and it was like, wait, what? So it was supposed to be even stronger? Like, that's right. Bloodhound Fang is the goat. Yeah, I love the animation on that sword. Reminds me of Gale's weapon from Dark Souls 3. I'm really excited to see the new stuff in the DLC, dude. Like the minigun turret. That one's gonna be funny. Okay, no, I'm gonna go back to my own portal. It takes too long to load when we're together. Like I said, it's more efficient to go solo. I'm really curious to see the new throwing daggers. I think those will be a lot of fun. Because that's going to be a nice blend between melee and ranged. Like, either way, dude, I'm stoked. And I want that big, fat, like, Batman armor that we saw in the trailer. Any word when PS4 is getting C5? No, console. You guys are just gonna randomly tell me one day that the console update is live. That's when we'll know. What about the new perfume bottles? Oh no, don't worry, dude. I'm gonna experiment with all those new weapon types, bro. That's why I'm going into the DLC on my main character, because I want to be able to actually experiment with all the new toys. Yeah, I never played Bloodborne. Most of all because it runs like ass on PS5. Give me a Bloodborne remake, please. Like the Demon Souls one. Apparently the theory, which would make sense with how greedy Sony is that they're saving a Bloodborne remake for the PS6. Arcane Season 2 teaser is out. Okay, yeah, I thought I saw that in my feed. Do we got a release date for it? Like, is it supposed to be this year? Excuse me. Have you played Sekiro? Yes, I've played through it twice. I hate it. It's one of my least favorite games. Yet I played through it twice. Most of all, I was forcing myself through that one, dude. I don't know. It's a heavy parry game and not what I would even really classify as a Souls-like. Despite the fact that everybody else will say that it is. I gotta put this on my better hot bar. There we go. Oh, Arcane comes out in November? Let's go. All right. Get to watch that in between Assassin's Creed sessions. Suna saying, even though we have no idea when the update drops, we keep asking you because nobody else is telling us. No, I know. I feel that. But the thing is, like, what happened for, like, just Trove in a nutshell, like, in its entirety, not just you guys on console, but the duping. Blame the duping. The C5 update was supposed to hit you guys in May, but then all the duping hit. And so now it's, like, completely up in the air. As far as I know, they're still on damage control because their team is so small. So, I mean, hopefully soon TM. I don't have a mod pack. I just got a video that shows all my most recent mods. Like I got my 2024 video. Also, yeah, the reason why we're doing Shadow Towers is because the event gives tokens for 3-star dungeon boxes, and this counts as a 3-star dungeon. Technically, it'd probably be faster to do like 5 stars, but I don't care. Rather just do this. It's easy, it's mindless. Get to reply to you guys. Have you 100% of Souls like? What do you mean? Like achievements or just a game in general? In which case, I think I was missing like maybe 1 or 2 things in Dark Souls 3. But otherwise, Elden Ring, I've pretty much done everything. I don't think there's a single item that I'm missing. Hello? Thank you. Oh, achievements. I don't farm achievements, if I'm being honest. I have all of them on Elden Ring just because they're so easy. But yeah. What's funny on updates on console is that we see the update before they post something about it. Yes, I know. Youth Scythe carried on Xbox when he was on it. What? What? I was never powerful on Xbox. What are you talking about? I was always weak. I did get an email about Splendid Summer. They said, stay tuned. We're preparing for the official release of the Rising Tides update. So hopefully the next couple of months. Yeah, but that's just that's the new update on PC. That doesn't necessarily mean anything about you guys on console. That's just a generalized post. What I assume they're doing now, like originally they were probably planning on putting the C5 update out for you guys in May and then Rising Tides coming out on PC. But now they're probably just going to push the C5 update to go with Rising Tides for you guys to get all at once. That's what I would assume. Not gonna lie, when I logged in on PlayStation and saw the event box in the corner, I thought it was C5. No. No, I'll, like, as soon as I know that it's out for you guys on console, or if we have any news or something, I'll have a video highlighting it and talking about it. Dark Souls 3 is so grindy. Dude, Dark Souls 3, I'm glad I played Dark Souls 3 before Elden Ring. Dark Souls 3 is so much more hard. Like, it's one of the hardest Souls-likes. Well, I say that, Storm King. As soon as you get to him, the game's like, you thought you were good. I'm gonna one-shot you with every single one of my attacks that clear the whole screen. You know it's bad when I was playing Dark Souls 3 and I had people joining that were trying to help with Storm King, and they still died. And these are like people that kept playing Dark Souls 3 like until now. Hell, even speedrunners still get their butt kicked by Storm King. So, can you do any Shadow Tower for the coins? Yeah, it's just out of the chests, because the chests are basically like 3-star dungeon chests. So you don't have to even be doing Shadow Tower. It's probably more efficient to just be doing 5 stars, because most of those chests count as 3-star dungeon chests. I'm just doing this again because I'm lazy. Is there only badges to Shadow, Hydraken, and Darkneck? I think so. I'll double check, but that was because when they added the badges to the game, those were the new bosses. So that's why they didn't make it for like the previous bosses. See here. Yeah, it's just those two. Yes, I had to check. Been years since I looked at those badges, so. Thoughts on the new Black Ops? Will you play zombies? I'm gonna be real. I'm not a fan of the zombies mode, and the Xbox showcase was banger. I opted out when they showed Call of Duty because I don't really care. It being on Game Pass, maybe I might play it. Have you played Bloodborne? No, it's on my bucket list, but I'm still kind of low-key hoping for the remake or remaster, because I never owned Bloodborne because I got a PS4 pretty late in its life cycle. And now that I have a PS5, yes, you can play Bloodborne on PS5, but it's terrible. Like, they don't have like a PS5 upgrade for the game at all, where it runs at like 60 frames or anything. And even then, there's still like tons of slowdown, and it's just really, it's a terrible port. Like, it doesn't work well. I mentioned it earlier to YouTube chat, Backy's over on Twitch. I'm confident that they're saving the Bloodborne remake for the PS6 because they want to drive up sales. Because that's what they did with the Demon Souls remake, and oh ho ho, we never got that on PC. Do you have a video on empowered gems? Having a hard time finding levels of DPS from gems like Stinging Curse. Stinging Curse just kind of sucks. That's why nobody really talks about them, if that's what you mean. But if you're talking about like a video highlighting all of the empowered gem abilities, then no, I don't really have that, come to think of it. Everyone kind of unanimously just picks the same gems. I know there's one of them that's like surprisingly decent. Which is it? I don't think it's the flower one. It's either the flower one or Stinging Curse that's like secretly kind of good. But why would you pick it over you know, Pyro Disc and stuff? That's kind of the main problem. Yeah, Explosive Epilogue is good against enemies, not against bosses, because it needs enemies to die in order to explode. What? You created too many worlds recently. Really? That's a thing? Okay, I guess I'm going, all right. Bloodborne just runs like that on PS4 as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm just gonna hold my breath and wait. For me, like, I'm very weird in particular where I have a hard time going back to old games, or should I say, you know, not to be confused with playing like retro games or older games. But like, for example, I have a hard time playing Bloodborne when we've already got Elden Ring. Kind of like that, like not necessarily an old game being what keeps me away from it, but more so these mechanics have already been expanded upon. A better example would be like Armored Core 6. Why would I play the previous entries when I've already got the most recent one, kind of thing. So that on top of Bloodborne kind of like running like ass. Whoops, I need to, yeah, I'm going for 5 stars. Whoops. Oh, I don't care. Let's just play the game. Oh, maybe the game doesn't want to be played. Oh, Stinging Curse is the one that's okay, Spooky? Okay. I want Ghost of Tsushima 2. We're already getting Ghost of Tsushima 2 at home with Assassin's Creed Shadows. It looks so good, dude. Genuinely pumped for that game. When's Ghost of Tsushima 2 gonna be shown? If I had to guess, maybe the Game Awards will be the next big showcase where we might hear about it. Hello? But it might still be a few years off from development, so who knows? Wouldn't trust Ubisoft that much. No, bro, I'm gonna be real. Everyone gives Ubisoft crap. I like their games. I like Assassin's Creed. Everyone says it's just, you know, typical slop. Bro, they're massive open world RPGs. Look at the game that I'm playing right now. I like a grindy game. So I love the new Assassin's Creed games, dude. They're a lot of fun. The main difference being is that Shadows is actually like a theme that I'm into. And I like, to be fair, I would have already been satisfied with them making Assassin's Creed Shadows just another generic Assassin's Creed game. Just copy paste, it's just all samurais instead. I would have been fine with that. But then in the showcase, they showed that they actually are trying. the stealth looked like so much more fleshed out and really harkened back to Ubisoft's roots, because they actually got started with like the Splinter Cell series, which was one of my favorite franchises until they killed it. But the stealth looked so good. Like when the chick was like crawling under the water and then used the reed to breathe, that was so dope. And then when they mentioned how when the winter's around, you won't be able to do that because the water's frozen over. Like, I'm excited to see what they do with the environmental effects. I'm really excited for it. Hey, Zuck. Singing Curse applies a damage over time, and if you use it with Solarian, the dots procs dots. Oh. Okay, yeah, no wonder. So that's the only class that would work on then, huh? That's so weird. I understand why it works, but that's so weird because that means all of your dots count as like different attacks. So they stack. That's okay. That's funny. I'm going to write that down for when we inevitably get to the class guide for Solarian. How many Valor coins are you grinding for? I have no idea. I'm not like picking for, I'm not trying to specifically. Just started playing on PC after 500 hours on PS4. What are some tips and differences that I need to know? Nothing really. The only update we're ahead of on console from you guys is the C5 update. Also, hey, Saris. Hey, Memo. Excuse me. Feel like the Ubisoft games are filler and not very interactive, like Red Dead 2's open world where things happen and there's more than just collectibles. True, but in their defense, the gameplay in Red Dead kind of sucks. It does. You know, it's that slow, cumbersome, loot everything with a really fluent, nice animation. Like, with Assassin's Creed, you can ragdoll enemies and their spines break. Now, I won't say anything against Red Dead 2 Online, because that is glorious. And Red Dead is a great game, don't get me wrong. But that's like more AAA game, like, fidelity, rather than like, I don't know. Like, I really hope GTA 6 goes the route of GTA 5, but more fun, more video game. You know what I mean? Instead of just high graphics realism. But that's kind of what Rockstar's obsessed with. And I mean, it gets the sales, so. And then it also gets 10 out of 10 out of IGN and, you know, those other idiots. Having a lot of fun with Solarian and Boomeranger lately. Yeah, unfortunately for me, I'm gonna have to probably main Boomer when the new update hits, just because Shadowhunter's not strong enough. Have you seen Soulframe? Yes, and before I even read the rest of your comment, I'm gonna play it, for sure. Can you do a class guide for Revenant? Yep. I'm slowly gonna go through all the classes. I was gonna do Candy Barb, but then the new update ended up hitting on test server, and then we also had the Summer Games Fest event, so I got really preoccupied. But it'll eventually happen. Sorry, Ethan, you keep asking about like my personal chest and stuff. You kind of saw it earlier. But eventually I'll put stuff in my personal chest, yes. I have a question about the feathers. The feathers on my character, that's the Paragon aura. I wish there was a toggle that made looting quicker online. Dude, especially like the skinning animation. Bro, let me turn it off. You know it's bad when you specifically try to bring an animal carcass in Red Dead onto a specific slope so that the animation cancels out. Like, yeah, I do like the gunfights. Most of all, I'll say the gunfights are very stylish. Like you definitely feel like you're playing a Western sim game. But I'm just saying, like, in the long run, the game plays very slow. And that's kind of what eventually made me stop playing it after like 300 hours. How's the dogs? Yeah, they're doing good. Budge is already still sleeping next to me. We've been walking them a lot more just because the weather's finally nice. But it also means that I gotta slather myself in sunscreen because my Irish skin. I sure do like it. I love getting tanned from a mild breeze. Yeah, I'm not, Vaki, like, to be clear, I'm not criticizing Red Dead in any way, shape, or form. Because I agree with you entirely. Like, I'm just saying it's a different game, so it's not really something that you could compare and be like, oh, Assassin's Creed or Red Dead is better, because it's like, well, that's getting into subjective territory. I'm just saying, like, the whole argument in the first place is just, I think people, you know, try to dump on Ubisoft because they think it's cool and it's like really trendy and popular. But then you look at the sales numbers and Ubisoft is top every year, like, you know, on top of like Activision and all these other companies that are always at the top 5. And so it's like, bro, you guys can complain all you want, but money talks. Like, everyone who's sitting there and bashing on Ubisoft ends up eventually getting their games anyways. Like, they sell. For me, though, yeah, I love the Assassin's Creed games. It's just I've skipped over a few of them and vicariously played them through watching my friends play them. Because I will admit all the Assassin's Creed games are kind of just the same. But they have a good formula. And like I said, the main thing is with Shadows, it's a theme that I like. That's it. I'm not saying it's necessarily anything better than the other, you know, Assassin's Creed games. It's just exactly what I want. Another Assassin's Creed game. It's just in a much cooler world that's got samurais and stuff. That's basically it. Oh my god, this rubber banding is ridiculous. Oh, don't even get me started on don't get me started on their monetization stuff that they have in their Ubisoft games. That's CEO meddling, like 100%. Even Assassin's Creed, bro, like you can buy like levels. It's a single player game. Why? Like, or it'll be like a grindy, you know, RPG where it's like, oh guys, I got a legendary loot, or you could buy it. Why? I'm not gonna do any of that stuff. I'm just gonna play the game myself. It takes all the fun if you just skip right to the end. What do you think about the Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay so far? Yep, I think it's wonderful. You can see my reaction to it in the stream the other day. I'm really pumped. Like I said, I was already pumped for the game in general when it was just going to be another generic Assassin's Creed game, but it looks like they're actually doing work. Like the Bruiser, Yasuke, his combat, I can't even believe they can legally get away with ripping off Ghost of Tsushima's combat as they are. Like, it's the exact same, but I'm here for it, you know? The thing that really surprised me was the level of stealth. I was really surprised to see how fleshed out that was. Assassin's Creed comes out in November, Ben, so it's still a while away. But sooner than Tsushima 2, haha. Assassin's Creed Unity was my favorite. Oh, dude, that's old. That's before their new formula. To be fair, I played Assassin's Creed Origins. I didn't beat it, but that's because I'm not that big into the, you know, the whole Pyramid Egypt thing. Sand is just kind of like, whatever. I hate sand. It's coarse and whatever that Star Wars quote is. But I still ended up getting like 50 hours out of it before I finally stopped. That's the thing, is the games are just so massive. I'm curious to see if the story will finally be good. Because I might just skip most of it, as usual. Yes, I know I'm leaving all these items. My inventory is full. Oh yeah, I heard about that. How Call of Duty needs online for the single player. Honestly, I know why they're doing it. It's really scummy. They're gonna try and say like some fancy reasoning why. It's literally just to prevent piracy. But people will still figure it out anyway. Because thankfully, when people are passionate and do things for free, they're better than AAA developers. They'll probably end up having some controversy around it and then have to revert it back or some crap, as they usually do. Oh my god. I don't know if I like this inventory mod. Like, it's nice, but it also makes everything microscopic. I think just years of muscle memory is making me go, huh? I need glasses. Yeah, I never fully got into like the Far Cry games. I heard they were pretty good though, but I didn't really give them a chance. Also, I know I could do UI scale. But that doesn't just change this mod screen. It changes everything. I don't want the other things to be bigger. I just want my inventory bigger. What I'm hoping, I'm calling it now, and I know that this is copium, okay? I know. But Assassin's Creed Shadows is blatantly ripping off Ghost of Tsushima, right? We all know that, and it's good. I'm fine with that. Ghost of Tsushima is a banger, and thus it will make Shadows a banger, because they're just going to rip off all their mechanics. Tsushima, secretly, you never thought it would happen, but they randomly added a multiplayer mode. Assassin's Creed Shadows has 2 characters. I know it's copium and probably never gonna happen, but I hope that they suddenly are like, surprise, we're adding multiplayer. I know they won't, because I thought the same thing with the Spider-Man game that sucked, that everyone loved. 2 Spider-Men? Why isn't it co-op? It just seems like such a wasted opportunity if they don't do it. Because I think that'd be so dope to be able to have like such distinct different characters, you know? Is it gonna happen? No, probably not, but one can dream. I mean, I'm still clinging on to them announcing the Splinter Cell remake and not canceling it, so one can truly dream. Called denial. Can't dedicated players make a multiplayer mod for it? See, the thing is, making multiplayer from scratch requires them to not only reverse engineer a lot of the game, but then they're creating the code from scratch. And that comes with a lot of problems. Think of Skyrim Together or whatever. It's pretty messy. Took them how long to figure out the desync issues? And I don't know if Assassin's Creed has ever had that kind of a crazy mod. I don't even know if there's that many mods for Assassin's Creed, because usually they're all like heavily locked up to online and stuff for you know, for their microtransaction garbage. But I'm gonna be real, I haven't actually looked up mods for Assassin's Creed. That'd be cool though. Let Splinter Cell into anything but his own game. I know. See, the thing is, okay. Ubisoft has kind of been having a turnaround lately. Same with EA. Like, these companies are realizing that they can't just keep scamming people anymore, and so they've actually been putting in the work. EA especially has just been on fire lately, but arguably, what am I saying has got them on fire? The Star Wars game that was just more of the same, and the Dead Space remake. But point being is, oh God, I just had a brain fart. I don't even know where I was going with it, but that's okay. Oh, Splinter Cell. God, I'm stupid. So with Splinter Cell, what I was gonna say is basically they, when they were working on their Quest game, they were saying that they were gonna do an Assassin's Creed VR game and a Splinter Cell VR game. The Assassin's Creed VR game came out and is actually unequivocally one of the best VR single player games I've ever played. I'm not even kidding. They did such a good job with it. It's just too bad it's stuck on the stupid Quest. The Splinter Cell one got canceled, and they've been working on the Splinter Cell remakes, but they haven't really announced it officially at any showcase. They've just kind of talked about it in interviews and stuff, which has me worried that they'll cancel that again. Because unfortunately, Splinter Cell is not really like a big enough IP. At least they don't think. Like, they're not confident enough in its sales. Because let's be real, stealth games don't sell very well. Modern stealth games are not stealth games. You can't prove me wrong. I'm talking about classic stealth games where you're in the dark 90% of the time. Nobody wants to buy those because they don't look good for marketing. Which is why those franchises die. And it's unfortunate because I love stealth games. But I hope Splinter Cell isn't just being shelved secretly. Yeah, I know they did multiplayer with Assassin's Creed in the past, which was actually pretty good, honestly. It was a weird gimmick mode, but it was pretty fun. I'm just saying I don't expect it with the new one, but I still hope that it exists. I hope it's coming. Like, the only reason I'm kind of on this big stealth kick lately is because on the second channel, I've been doing a Thief series, like super classic game, 1998 or something, really old. I never played it, so I don't have any nostalgia for it, but it still holds up. Like, it's really, really fun. And it just made me realize, like, how much I miss stealth games. I still gotta beat that, but I got too preoccupied with other things. Nowadays, stealth games are the closest you'll get to classic stealth is like Hitman, I guess. But that's kind of the stealth in the open type of thing. No, I'm gonna go buy the event stuff once I've got more tokens. Once we finish up the stream. Which we'll wrap up soon just because I gotta get back to editing. Gah-hook. Is there a specific dragon I should try to get first? Main Shadow Hunter, should I go for specific effects? Not particularly. You should go for the Primordial Dragons if you can, just because they're going to give you the biggest boost. Inventory full again. Nice. Remember, my favorite stealth game was Tenchu. I never played those ones. I heard they were good. Like, Yeah, if you guys haven't seen the Assassin's Creed Shadow gameplay, just watch it. Just give it a try. That actually felt like classic stealth to me. Like modern stealth games, I'm trying to think of another example. Modern stealth games, usually you're sneaking in broad daylight because you got fancy graphics. You get behind an enemy and you chokehold them. That's about it. You know, throw a coin to distract them or whatever. But with Shadows, I was really surprised to see, oh, you can, you know, snuff out light sources. Enemies have patrol patterns throughout the map. You can jump up into the rafters and hide up there, get the drop on them. Kill enemies behind doors. Like a lot of this stuff was kind of like what Ubisoft, you know, set out with the Splinter Cell franchise. You know, I know this is all boomer talk and nobody cares, but Splinter Cell is kind of what put Ubisoft on the map. And in my opinion, like that was one of my favorite franchises, but it's like so scuffed and difficult to play nowadays because the PC ports are garbage. And they did do a remaster of them, but it was PS3 exclusive. So yeah, it's Spiteful. I'm all for them doing like modern touches where nighttime is like brighter so that the graphics are fancier and stuff. I don't care about that. That's fine with me. I just miss that old gameplay. Where like what a lot of stealth games used to do is they would purposely make the combat clunky because they didn't want you to be overpowered. Like lots of people kind of say that Dishonored is a stealth game, but the thing is with Dishonored, you have the distinct difference of being able to be a combat god. If anything goes wrong, you have so many ways of getting out of it. In classic stealth games, you got caught, you're dead. Like, I'm not trying to say it's like, oh, I miss hardcore games or anything. I think gaming has evolved a lot over the years. It's such a shame that the stealth genre is kind of dead. And modern stealth just ain't the same. It doesn't hit as hard. There are still some games that do it, but anyways, excuse my ramblings. Just missing an older time. Have you ever played Warframe? Of course I have. I got a pretty lengthy series on Warframe. Yeah, what's that more recent game that's kind of like an indie stealth game? Oh Lord. Let me see what it's called. I have it on my Steam. I haven't tried it yet. I Am Your Beast. I know, it's the weirdest title ever. But that was one of the indie bangers that they showcased during Summer Games Fest that I'm looking forward to trying before Steam Fest is over. Hey, Geok. Also, hi to anybody else that I didn't say hello to. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to all the comments that I can while still grinding this game. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can finally do some more shadow towering. Warframe videos. Did you quit altogether? What's the story on that? Oh yeah, I quit a long time ago. I got bored. I don't like Warframe starts out so gosh darn good, but eventually it just turns into just the most like I like grindy games. I don't like Warframe's grind. Too much loading screens, too much like getting carpal tunnel, crouch rolling all the time. And the big ass open world areas were just empty. I'll go back for Soulframe. That spin-off like Souls-like Warframe game they're working on. I just hope I don't have weird movement tech. Because the movement tech is really fun at first, but eventually, like, as you start to get familiarized with the mechanics of Warframe, and more particularly, oh, I just go to this area to form on my character over and over. You know, stuff like that, it just, I don't know. How do I get more Valorous tokens after the event quest? Just by 3-star dungeons. Which these Shadow Tower chests actually count as 3-star dungeons. Which is why I'm doing them. Warframe's so much fun, but it's hard to keep going after you beat a certain point. Exactly. Yep. Destiny as well, for me. But I'm also not invested enough in that game to buy the overpriced DLC. So I don't have any reason to go back to Destiny. How do you feel about Manhunt? I don't know, man. It was all big controversy and stuff. The game itself was okay. Rockstar, like, I like that Rockstar was doing something different. But again, like, coming from like Splinter Cell, Metal Gear, and all that stuff, Manhunt was not as much of a stealth game as I was expecting or wanting. I mean, let's be real. I didn't really care about Manhunt that much. Most of all, just the controversy. Oh no, you actually kill people. This game turns you into a serial killer. Brr. Shut up. No, it doesn't. Maybe it does because of how boring it is. Just kidding. Why'd you stop playing the what? Oh, the New Beginnings series for Trove? Because I'm already at the end game and it's boring. Frankly speaking, Trove's gameplay does not change much from the early game to the end game. Like, it's basically just the same thing. The only difference is that I have to dedicate a lot more time to logging in so that I can get like all of my limited time-gated items and crap. And so, I don't know, man. I didn't want to manage that many versions of Trove. So I just downsized back to, I'm going to play on my big boy account. I don't have the time nor the patience to start from Trove again, because I've got like, what, 9 years, maybe more, worth of playtime on this account. So going back to the beginning is just kind of like, why? I know it makes more sense, like, as far as YouTube is concerned. I know you guys really liked the New Beginnings series and seeing me start from scratch, because it can be really daunting to kind of come into this game with an account that's this old. But for me, it's like, I'm the type of person that, I always say this example on my streams. When I was playing Skyrim with my brother, I'm the type that would stay on one character. He's the type who would start new characters. The animation of the kills in Manhunt. Yeah, those were pretty cool that they had them pretty fleshed out. Any thoughts on Valorant? I already had gameplay of that. I might go back to Valorant at some point, but it being user updates and stuff like that, like it's very slow going. I think they've updated the axe since I last played. But for me, my biggest issue with Valorant is that the devs, like, anytime they would patch the game, it would reset the overworld. So I kind of got really, really lucky when I played Valorant because it was a really long time before the next patch. And so a lot of us got to familiarize ourselves with the overworld and the map. And then as soon as they added the airships, that's when the game started going downhill. Because they had a lot of stupid, dumb like mechanics. And let's be real, the game itself is a Cube World clone. They can act like it isn't. It is. With that, it also means they've kept all of the bad ideas from Cube World. Like no fast traveling. Why? Because Wally is an idiot and decided against it? Like, have some originality, guys. There's a reason fast traveling exists nowadays. I'm fine with you earning fast traveling. That's cool. But the fact that I had to like spend 20 minutes walking from one town to another or to a dungeon was just like, nah. It got old. That said, the game kept my interest for a good 10 hours. I'd still recommend it, but me personally, it's going to take a lot for me to go back to it. I want Hytale release. No, I know. Me too. Hytale's just kind of, it's kind of in the background. One of those games where when it comes out, it's going to be a banger, but I'm not holding my breath. Especially, I don't know if you kept up with the dev blogs. Oh, God, they're terrible. I like how there's actually people that try to cover content on Hytale. I cover it whenever they actually show something worthwhile, but there's people that like actually are like Hytale channels. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude, the game isn't even out yet. Oh yeah, someone was asking earlier as well, and someone just now brought it up about the Mystic gear. No, I don't have the Mystic gear on the test server. I'm probably not going to get it. It's on the test server and requires like a pretty significant time sink that I'm just not really interested in doing again when it comes to live server. But Hytale basically, like, for those of you that haven't kept up with it, main reason why it's taking them so long to talk about it again. Oh God, this, right. Actually, you know what? I guess I could go in the portal, kill the boss once before the cooldown initiates, and then go into the next floor. That makes more sense. Because now it's got a cooldown, right? Yeah. I should have been fighting both of them. But anyway, with Hytale, they were making it on Java. Idiots. Riot Games, they basically bought them up. They're their publisher. They own them now. And they're like, oh no, you're not making it on Java. You're making a new game engine, you scumbags, so that we can have it simultaneously launch on consoles and be crossplay right out of the gate. So that's why Hytale's taking so long, because they had to make the game engine from scratch again after like years of work. Good. Let them cook. I'm fine with that. So hopefully we hear something about Hytale soon. I'm assuming they'll talk about it next year finally. But otherwise, their blog posts are always just, we've been doing internal testing. It was so cool when this guy did this. And it's like, bro, shut up and show me gameplay. Don't explain it. Like, what? It's just such tone deaf, like, blog post, dude. The little gameplay we have seen, the game looks fire. Like, it really does. Get out of here, Spike Walker. Also, yeah, I keep seeing the comments every now and then. You guys keep asking, why am I doing Spike Walker? Just because this counts as a 3-star dungeon chest, so that gets us a Valorous token. That's it. You know what they should do in Trove? Controversial opinion. They should make it so that when you complete a dungeon, it just gives you your potions back. Because why not? What? You created too many worlds. Wait, I'm stuck in here? Excuse me? Yeah, let me go to my club world. What? I'm clipping that. Probably won't do anything with it, but my God. Yikes. Come on, open up. There you go. I guess it is easier to clean up my inventory with this mod, at least. They should add a season pass to Trove. I think so. Some people think no. I think it would work very well in Trove. Always scares me that devs will run out of money and never release their game. Well, at least with Riot behind them, they won't. Thank God. Sorry, Vaki. Are you asking if I'm gonna play Silksong? In which case, maybe. I'm gonna be real. I didn't like Hollow Knight. I'm sorry. Most of all, it's I don't know, the artistic direction combined with like how the combat was. I know it's a good game. It's just not my kind of game. Hey, Magnet. I like the games that you play. Well, you probably only ever see me play Trove. I'm kidding. But Wayfinder went back on sale today for its day one patch. Oh, because now the Echo update is available for everybody? Is that why? Yeah, for me with going back to Hollow Knight, it's the drab art direction, like the lack of color, which is why Silksong actually looks more appealing to me. A similar game is the Ori games. Those ones I really like. But I never got used to like the pogo stick thing in Hollow Knight. Like, can you get U15 gem boxes in U15? Well, technically it's U12. I don't know. I didn't think about that actually. Probably not because it's technically a prime world, so you don't get much of them. Let's hop on that and check really quick. Excuse me. Oh, there's an update. I assume they have their own unique boxes, but I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to that stuff. It being Prime World means it's probably not a guarantee to get a drop, so it's probably not worth it. Unless it has Forbidden Spires. How much does it cost to get gear crafting to 250? I don't know off the top of my head, I'm sorry. Time, that's what it costs you. Around the time that you get like 2,000 boxes, you should be able to max it out, I think. Also, I gotta buy those event items, but I'll do that later. Okay. Actually, I should have some of those boxes already, right? Do they really not drop any boxes? Oh no, there they are. Deep Fallow 13. That'd be a U9 box. Hold up. Whoops, that's not an elite. Or do I already have the boxes in my inventory and I just didn't notice? I don't think so. I think it's just random chance and I just have been getting unlucky. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're dropping boxes, but I can't be bothered to check. I'm sorry. I'll figure that out later when it goes live server or something. It's still early access, but they do plan on adding matchmaking to Wayfinder. Oh, that'd be cool, actually. Yeah, I know I need to like go back into it and try it, but it's just, I don't know. I haven't really cared that much. In your games you never heard of video, have you considered doing like a ranking of games that were in the video? I think I'm okay with the formula right now. I don't know how I would do something like that because I'm trying to be more subjective and unbiased with my opinions when I do those quick little reviews. And most of all, it's just whether or not like I'd recommend the game or not. But I'm trying to be, again, more open with the idea this game could be for somebody, but it's not for me type of thing. And I don't like the thing is, the way that I record those videos is usually I just record like all the games completely separately and I don't really like stack them all together until afterwards in editing. And so that leaves me the option of kind of switching out certain games and in some cases scrapping footage of games entirely that aren't worthwhile. So that would kind of just be unnecessary extra steps, in my opinion, to add like a tier list afterwards, especially when, like you even said, it's like all the games are very different from one another. So how would they stack up? Now, if you just want to know, well, which game did I like the most? Well, out of the last video, Sulaco. Obviously, that was the banger out of that video. If that's what you mean, like where I just share my opinion of the game that I enjoyed the most out of that day, yeah, I could add something like that. I could try that. I am hard at work on the next video, but it's gonna be a big one. I'm trying to play like all the games from the Future Games show, and then I'm stacking footage of the Steam Next Fests that I'm gonna get long after Next Fest is finished. But in any case, yeah. Anyways, I think that's it. Thank you guys for coming out. Really appreciate it. Just seeing that there's not really any more questions. Yeah, I don't know. We'll stream some more Trove tomorrow or something. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day.